Plowing, guys. Right, bit of ploughing again. So we're just currently ploughing this this 8 acre that was in wheat. It's going to be reseeded again, this. So we've got this one to do and another one up at Farm 2's to do. We'll get them back in grass and get them back into rotation for silage and grazing. It is proving to be quite hard as well. Bollocks. So it is proving to be quite hard. There's plenty of moisture in the ground. As I say, it has been pretty hard, but it will get... It does get lighter as I get down the hill. But just on top there, near the main road, it's been pretty tough going. So I'm travelling at about 4.5 miles an hour. I tried it a bit quicker, but the skimmers just start to chuck it up onto the next furrow. So I've just had to find a speed which is working just right, really, and it's about 4.5 miles an hour, which is working out pretty well. It is drying out quite nicely today. It's quite a nice day, and it's drying out pretty well actually. I've got the new points and wings on, which is it's a good job I've put them on for this field. I don't think I'd have got it in the ground otherwise. But I got it in, but it would have took some keeping in the ground. Yeah, it's going okay, but ideally I wanted to be cross over the tram lines, which isn't possible. Well, yeah, it is possible, but I ploughed it by the headland to my left at the bottom side last year, and I told the drill man to drill it that way, so then when I ploughed it this year for grass, I'll be ploughing cross over the tram lines. But he had other ideas and he decided to plough it by the road, which is the way I'm ploughing it now. So it wasn't really the plan, he had other ideas. I have just been struggling to keep it straight in here. So I've been a slightly different line to the tram lines, only by a furrow or two, but because the tram lines are so hard, rather than pulling through them, it'll try and pull in the direction the tram lines are going. So I have just a couple of runs every now and then. I take a bit of bend out. Yeah, it's not too bad. You can see from footage it's not ploughing much straight, but it's not too bad. I can about live with it. We've got harvest all done and dusted now. They're on carting bales at the minute. Yeah, might be able to see from the footage here that there's some fairly big lumps coming up that are fairly hard. will be good to get this one back into grass and get it back in rotation with everything else. What I needed for this job is my Typhoon H. I can just sort of leave it to its own devices really, and it'll just follow follows on its own, and you don't have to bother much with that one. This one doesn't do so bad. It's DJI Mavic Air 2. But it's I mean, it will track, but it sometimes struggles to keep on the tractor. Whereas the Typhoon H will just follow the controller wherever it goes. This one will do it to a certain extent. So it's not quite as good as the H. But you know, the reason why I don't use the Typhoon as much now is the size, and it doesn't fit in a New Holland tractor cab very easily. It takes up a lot of room, whereas this one, it will sit in the palm of your hand and you don't really know you've got it with you. That's why I tend to use this one more so now than the Typhoon. I've not messed on really with the plough settings in this one. Mainly just because I'm going the same way as the tram lines and all the wheelings, and you can't really set a plough up when you're doing it the same way. What you'll find is, say for example, the combine's done a run up here. He's left a bit of a footprint and my depth wheel runs in that. It could easily be 2-3 inches deeper when he gets in there. So I tend not to bother too much when I'm ploughing it like this. It's yeah, a case of just you just got to ignore it. I know it's difficult when you want to keep it right, but so I won't be too long. I've got to knock off at 2:30 time. Got to go scrape out the cow sheds. Right, so I've another stone stuck in. I will catch up when I'm doing the headlands and just take a look at ploughing the headlands. So we'll catch up in a little while.